Way behind schedule. Next on the agenda.
Isn't that Nahida? Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here!
Oh, hey there. It's been a while, hasn't it? What have you two been up to? Seems like you've been enjoying yourselves.
How about you? What are you up to now?
I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some... I noticed that I have some blurry... I almost feel like there's still something extremely important I need to do.
Why is that? Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing...
Ooh, it's...
I found it in the sanctuary. It's filled with pure elemental power that it's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't...
Traveler, do you have any ideas? You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away.
Thanks, you two. I didn't mean to trouble you again.
Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to help.
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually come near this place. Last warning! Get out before I kick you out, you hear?
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell us something.
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think it seems that it wants us to follow it.
You can understand it?
Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, I can feel its anxiety and fear. It's
Well, fungi are kinda cute, but... that's true. Okay, let's go.
All right, lead the way, little fungus.
Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see.
It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting.
That's not too different from how humans think sometimes.
That's what I meant by shared emotions. It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus.
Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida here to help.
Probably. Although fungi are... Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to... I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness.
What is it, Nahida?
Strange. Very strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an element...
Huh?
Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using... As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus. Exactly. This is very interesting. I've never seen...
So this is a first even for Nahida.
But that's not all. There's a large void within its elemental power. The void is stopping the elemental power from flowing.
So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the...
Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see what I can... My power was compatible. Looks like everything is fine now.
Lord of Dendro? Is it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank...
Ah! It can talk?
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that. Seems I'm just as shocked as you are.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon isn't a strange creature. Paimon's just... Paimon!
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will...
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important, so a creature may not speak even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a... Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to...
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative than
You're not a fungus, are you?
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that you must have questions. Let's find... It might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much. Me. It says that it's very thankful for your help.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes. I thought, however, even if I were to lay out the traits of what are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of... We were victims of the apocalypse.
The apocalypse?
I'm not sure what it means either. It sounds like...
It's a long and complicated story. It will
Don't worry, we'll listen.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and we later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse.
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean...
It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert...
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. That may sound a little odd, as it...
Yes, how could you forget?
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse.
Ah, I get it now. So the void... I'm sorry. I hadn't considered...
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to... And not only did you save me, but you've also...
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is...
My home should be safe now. For the longest time, this moment has only... I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never...
It's not your fault. You've already done... Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many...
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara, and...
Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand.
Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now. That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promise. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling.
Hmm?
You might might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry, but I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end.
There's something that I'm very concerned about. Yes, I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the power in the elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that?
What?
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. That sequence of events would explain the persistent feeling that I had.
Makes sense. Too bad it's unable to tell us more.
Yeah, I've been trying to think of a place that fits the description of its home. Agreed. I really want to send them home.
The road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road! Ah! Enemies! You're up, traveler!
Take flight!
Stabilize! Order guide you!
My will embody! Do your master's bidding!
Gather!
My apologies!
Amazing. With such skill.
Hey!
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to... After communicating with various living... Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi.
It's hard to believe that's even possible!
The most important instinct any life form puts... Your hand is shaped like that for a reason. So you are able to grip and use tools. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend... We are dendro life forms.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form as well?
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that happen. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. You cannot make a sprout grow...
I see. Humans have a term for this.
You're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what a most beautiful...
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh no! Paimon was just curious! Paimon isn't that tired.
You seem to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't you fly up and sit on top of my head?
We can figure out who will carry who later! We have monsters here!
I think we may, no matter whether it's tired or not. My child is always happy when...
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes, one was my friend, and the other was my child.
it speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the originals. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to understand some human language, so I gave it a name.
Oh, then it must be a really cute name. You know, like Bongo Head.
You have an odd taste for names.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name is great.
Strange and cute at the same time.
That's right.
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Seems like I've forgotten many important things. Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as important as my homeland. Yes, this way. We're almost there.
It's the Withering.
Yes, I have heard humans also call it that before. It's the last form we take.
It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they...
Yes, I would have also suffered the same.
So, this is how the Withering is...
Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of... But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the Withering remains even after they've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. But what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the... They grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil. They grew everywhere. Until... But it's all right. Our life essence. After an adventurer clears the Withering, I will quietly...
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge could have...
It's okay. That's not important anymore. It's not right to leave them to simply... Now that we finally have the chance to return home...
I understand. Just leave it to us. So you're worried about me. It's fine. For a bit, it's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake. But when all that's left...
Paimon doesn't get what you two are talking about, but we're all ready to go now, right? Then let's do this! We've dealt with the Withering countless times already.
Solidify!
Everyone hold hands!
Coming to art. Surrender! Whirling snow!
I will have order!
My will embodied!
Hey!
Cryo incarnate!
This is order!
Grow, grow, grow!
As I expected, It's the last of my kind that I'm aware of. So it wasn't able to make it to the end.
I hope that you will be free of this pain.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms.
It's okay. As long an external form is but a...
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to, but I will cure all of them.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Hold on. I think I got some. Oh, I see. Okay, I understand. So, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them.
It must be in a similar situation as I was.
Okay, follow me. We're close now. It's just a little further inside.
But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi, right? Yeah, they won't be happy to see us.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, they can be reasonable, as long...
What should we do? You're the only one who can... But you'll need Nahida's power if you want to save that...
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to...
You want to transform into a fungus? But we don't...
Nahida is a god! Changing into a fungus...
Even gods can't bend the laws of...
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. But if spending some of my power will get...
All right. You will have to use power equal... I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It should make your transformation process a little easier.
Alright, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be quite an interesting experience.
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about. I am extremely serious.
As am I. I'm not joking at all.
Alright! Let's not get hung up here. If it's really possible to turn into a fungus, then why don't we give it a try now?
Okay. Good luck, Lord of Dendro.
Wow! You really turned into a fungus!
It's actually not too bad. My perspective in this form isn't much different from usual. The unconscious fungus is just below here. Can you...
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using... Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind.
Okay, got it.
Let me lure away the fungi.
Alright, good luck, Nahida. Let's go, Traveler.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it. It seems they didn't notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. This is the spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the traveler to catch up. So this is the one. Understood.
Nahida? What's wrong?
I never knew that it was so tiring to change forms like that. I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were not
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes unnoticed. A great price is to be paid if you wish to perform. Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan.
I apologize. Language is not...
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it to you.
Apocalypse ended? Go home? No.
Yes, unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping...
I remember. Really? That's great! Home, Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes, the Dendro Dragon. I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably...
Oh, wait a minute. Paimon's confused.
Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, but I don't quite understand. Why would you...
Because we live inside the Dendro Dragon.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside.
There is an entire world inside the It once told us in a majestic voice that, however, that day never...
Paimon's still confused.
Yes, a very good example. It appears...
Wait, then if that's the case, doesn't that imply...
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Dendro?
Apep is the most adaptable life form in the world, which means that if all the forbidden knowledge...
Then a big void will also form inside the dragon.
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably been in terrible shape for... No wonder I haven't seen Apep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's civilization? But anyway, Apep disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. It's been enduring unimaginable pain all the while. It's probably in pain as we speak. Yes! How could I have forgotten? If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form and will all be dispersed. Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer pay.
What about the crystal?
Yes, I'm sorry. You're right. Have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland, but I'm sorry our memories aren't very reliable.
It's okay. I'll contact my helpers just as I did before and see if they can locate your other... I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again, though I know waiting can feel unbearable.
Thank you. Family.
I explained to them that you aren't hostile.
Go home. Leave. Hard decision. Don't know. They are weak. I were if waiting, then
Don't worry. I understand what you are trying to say. Family is very important to us, no matter when we were actually family. It has done a lot to protect this territory and can't help but worry now that it's about to leave. Can you do one last thing for it while we wait?
Of course, I can relate to how it's feeling. I need to organize my thoughts as well.
thank you. Thank you. Tend soil. Food. Don't like plant invasion.
There are two things that it wants you to do. One is to look after the land that the food is grown in, and the other is to drive away the plants that are trying to invade the area.
Soil. There. First. Seed. Here. Paimon understood that. No need to translate. We'll take care of it right away.
Next on the agenda...
All is accounted for. Let's move.
We planted all the seeds! It's time to handle the invading plant life! Ah! Plants are growing! It wasn't kidding when it said plants were invading!
Take flight!
Whew! That should be all of them.
Yeah, I've calmed down now.
Can you tell us about the Dendro Dragon? We don't know any...
Well, the Sumeru was a Pep's territory.
Oh, so there was no desert but...
Not at first. That came when in an attempt to adapt to its new environment.
No wonder those two elemental life forms are...
A Pep has always seen itself as the master of Sumeru, and has refused to. However, powerless against the conflicts between the two sides are destined to continue until a balance can be found. As far as I know, I'm not sure what may have led it to become involved. The crystal that I have in my possession is probably the...
We're way behind schedule.
don't you? Family, like... Do you not like a... that's not what Paimon meant. It's just that... Does that matter? Family likes me. I like family. Paimon doesn't...
What it's trying to say is that as long as family members get along well, you place importance on appearances, but we do not. We find the experience, these are all things that are more...
Oh, Paimon gets it now. Looks can always... It wouldn't matter. Paimon would still be able to...
Understood. Thank you. Still nothing new from the forest. It appears we are out of leads to follow. And if... It's okay. It isn't your fault. Maybe it's because the crystal has a very close connection, and if that's the case, finding...
The crystal and the Lord of Dendro. Do you still remember?
I do. What about it?
The prophecy is a story that connects events of the past. The rest of the family did not approve.
Preserving the apocalypse? Do you mean...
That's not very likely. The power of Irminsul... Did the prophecy say where that family member went?
To the limitless depths east of Sumeru. A murky place.
Yeah, that must be the chasm, right? But...
It's impossible. What if it can be converted to a different form? I'm sorry if I'm suddenly not making any sense. Follow me. I'll explain it once we find...
So that elemental life form came all the way here on its own. Wouldn't it already have become the Withering like the others?
There is a chance that it could avoid that end, using the power of... I'm referring to what was used to fight against the Abyss. It has the ability to purify and stabilize powers that shouldn't Forbidden knowledge that its light has shone upon is kept here forever in a different form. Yep. It's just like soap bubbles that rise to the water surface.
Another strange metaphor.
What the Lord of Dendro means is that the
Yes, and it shouldn't be far from here.
It's time to pull the trigger. Take it easy.
It's over there! Looks like we'll have to clear out the oozing filth in this area. You two should be able to take care of it, right?
Yep, we know what to do. We'll just use the Lumen Stone on the oozing from pieces.
All hail! Born of ice and frost. Whirling snow!
Oh, we finally managed to rescue it.
It should be the life form from the prophecy.
That light!
Wait, something dark is coming out. What's going on? Didn't the Nahida say it was purified?
Maybe it's because such a long... Although the power of the oozing filth is... It might have lost its mind after
Oh
I should be able to purge it with my elemental power, but this is our only chance.
Traveler.
It's okay. I trust your judgment. I was being a little hasty myself.
Oh, yeah! You said that the element...
You want to use its power, but
The Lord of Dendro seems hesitant. I too would advise... It's risky to use its power without fully
Don't understand! This no good, that...
Yes, I understand. But this...
it's okay. There's no need to argue. I'll think of something to do. How about this? Traveler, you could... I understand that you have an amazing resist...
Don't overdo it, Traveler. Paimon will be...
Lord of Dendro, and you others. How long?
Yay! Looks like it worked!
Lord of Dendro, here in person. Wait, did you get smaller?
I'm sorry. That portion of my memory...
That sounds about right. After all, you once said that the apocalypse will be complete. Even you couldn't promise that you'd remember her. However, you are definitely someone.
You and I made the...
Yes, you used your power to protect me. That is the reason why I was able to survive here. To be honest, I'm nearing my end. I had thought...
No one can withstand the power of the...
In order to preserve a somewhat stable memory, only the giant spike that fed is the moment I lost my chance. But enough about me. Lord of Dendro, let's get to the important matter at hand.
I understand. Can you please tell me what this is?
This is a fire seed. It's an essential... The Lord of Dendro and the Dendro Dragon has been torn. However, and as a result, our homeland will return.
Oh, so the heart of a witch...
No wonder the crystal was able to heal this fungus just now.
What? You used the fire seed to...
Why?
That's... never mind. The fire seed contains a high concentration of... It is not stable in its current form.
Since I am its creator, I will...
Alright. Aside from being able to heal, in other words, you'll be able to find the but you should hurry. There is little
What about you?
Forget about me. You should hurry home now.
Everyone is returning home, including...
As I told you, I've already lost my chance to be Lord of Dendro. I thank you for coming. Our past has been saved. It's enough for me. Just knowing that the...
Hey! Wait! It turned into... oozing...
Can you use the Lumen Stone once more? Please. Of all of us, it deserves the chance to...
This is a small ball of light that it left...
I can feel it. I can feel its knowledge and emotions. Do not be sad, my friends. It's...
Because its external form doesn't...
Yes, because our...
Let's go!
Home. It's not much further. Follow me, we're close now. I can feel its power lingering and shifting around us. Sometimes it feels distant, but other times it seems close. This is its way of warning us. It has already noticed our presence.
We won't be able to see anything if we keep going that way. Hey, look! Something's over there!
We found it. A pep, the Dendro Dragon.
I knew it would be big, but not that big!
Puny god, puny human. Leave my dome. Frail life forms like you cannot survive in the endless sands of the desert.
A pep, we're here to save you.
I do not need saving. Especially, you are no different from Amun. You're better off paying attention to your...
I know that you hate both gods and humans, but you've grown too weak now. Can't you let go of your hatred, even for only a...
Let go. For only a moment. Foolish boor. You will find no gratefulness from me. You will only be reviving the dragon that will destroy Sumeru and the Seven Nations.
No, you're ill, that's all.
That I am. I am different from the ancient...
There's no need for this. There's no...
I have paid dearly.
Hey, don't leave!
Careful, something's coming.
Ah, what is that?
It's our family.
Huh? They're your family.
External form not important. The composition of their elemental power is identical to...
Is this what they've become after experiencing...
This is also a form of adaptation. Although on most, they've gradually taken this form in order to survive.
Is there any way to avoid fighting the...
Hey! Can you guys talk? We're here to...
They've given it their all.
They're being drawn by the fire seed. All that remains are the instincts to survive and search for energy needed to do so.
So this is the result of forbidden...
Would our world become the same if forbidden knowledge was allowed to run like fish struggling on land, unable to find a single puddle of fresh water in the entire world?
Yes, but please try to be gentle with...
Gotcha. My will embodied. Take flight.
Paimon thinks they used up all their strength.
They want to go home. Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental form? Years of torment is what turned them into their current state. It seems only the fire seed or a Pep's Heart of Oasis can save, but it'll be risky if we use the fire seed again.
Correct. We cannot use the
Everyone goes home. Not just... this is...
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the fire seed. I can't bear leaving them in the... Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. It won't require much elemental power. I'm just worried that it'll be... But as long as I use my elemental power to...
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also, after all, that giant dendro...
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro.
Yes!
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa. It's shining now.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. They're all very excited. To imagine such growth could be...
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and...
Yes, finally, we can...
This is the last part. Let's go.
Take it easy. My apologies. Yeah. Ha!
This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon would...
Yeah. Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also enter the world inside it. That will be impossible if we can't get it.
But how are we gonna do that?
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't... However, we are both born of it. We are not that different.
Wonder if...
I don't care about what you believe in. I'm here to save both you and your... They've been searching for a way, and now that everything is over...
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that if you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't... Please keep everyone safe and send us to the homeland.
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the Traveler? Where'd she go?
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely.
Well, then let's go have a look.
Yep, let's go. I wouldn't worry too much.
Paimon knows that. It's just that... let's hurry. She might be just up ahead. What's that?
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is the damage it suffered internally will also slow...
Then let's hurry and light it! We still...
Alright, hang on.
Wait! The fire seed! What happened?
It shattered. It was even more unstable than I expected.
But why? We barely used it!
I'm not sure. Perhaps, but if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you... And even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to simply shatter.
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed, which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, let's put that aside for a moment. If the fire seed has shattered, wouldn't that mean... Oh. Do you know what we should...
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. Although my elemental power is slightly different than... So, all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my...
You're gonna become...
Yes. I might, however...
What happens if you...
I'll become a blade of grass, or a twig. I will be able to unleash power
But you'll lose everything. You'll not...
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the dangers that...
No, wait! There has to be another way.
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the... I can still communicate with the world through the forest.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, she definitely wouldn't let you go through. If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility...
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're out of options. Not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again.
No. Please, no. The fire seed shattered, and Nahida's... she's...
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true. Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
To imagine such growth. Time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes.
Thank you for protecting me with your elemental power. Goodbye. We may never meet again. I will watch for you no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
Access to... My apologies. All hail.
Everyone hold hands!
Things are about to get dicey. Busted. Take flight.
Wonderful word. It's new, which means light. It will be your name. Sounds like
My ordnance divine. Hey! Can you hear Paimon? Say something! You fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? Then let us...
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted. The guardians that have accompanied, they will be born once again.
But that's different! They won't ever be...
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else. Samara will be free from threat as long as you're...
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power... However, what I feel...
The forbidden knowledge influenced you
Yes. There's no... Be that as it may, when you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Yeesh! Who can put up with you?
I respect your decision, and with time, before you begin resting, there is what... How did you become affected by forbidden...
It's a long story. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness.
Dragon?
An unimaginable war took place in war. The victor... But I didn't give up on searching. As I attempted to collect more for... Sand dunes arose where there was only forest.
But you still didn't give up, did you?
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this. His ambitions continued, although I didn't think much of it. The condition was that at that time, some of the dragons have... And some died. But for me, I will follow it until the...
You really are insane.
When Al-Ahmar's proud... However, what I gained, I used up all my strength But even then...
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his tiny boor. And the rest of you, how far will the life so...
Hey! Looks like we've been sent back out!
The dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy. It's not as ruthless as it was before.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling... Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, each opportunity for growth, perhaps the immense power we really...
Can you really call a place with no family?
Family. Those two fungi might be waiting.
Oh, yeah. Let's hurry! They're still here! Have they really been...
We're back. I'm sorry. I really am. Don't be sad. It did it to protect you. Your happiness... It said that Newer is its most... That's your name, isn't it? Oh. This is wonderful. So it has left traces. They will definitely meet again. Someday.
We're way behind schedule.
Journey ends
Time to
here.
go to work.
Look alive! Obey! Speed of light!
Lord of Sand, your sacrifice is ready.
Don't blink! Transfiguration! Access denied!
The golden slumber.
Next on the agenda... Next on the agenda...
Thank you for Add Astro.
We're way behind schedule.
This realm is... If you ever...
Next on the agenda...
Buckle up! Speed of light! Hey! Nowhere to hide! No touching! Incoming! Speed of light!
Let's get it on! My will embodied!
Don't blink! Hey!
Stronger than I thought.
Buckle up!
Transfiguration! Born of ice and frost.
Incoming!
Take your true form!
Follow my strength.
Take a deep breath, as if you're
If the
about to blow up a
Arataki gang
huge
stirs up
balloon.
any trouble, I'll
Exhale
drag
all
every
your
last...
sleepy...
Allow me! Embrace the ice! My apologies!
This is gonna hurt!
Whirling snow! Rebuild! Take flight!
Shouldn't let your guard down!
Allow me! My apologies! Take flight!
Game's up! Quietly now.
Tidal wave!
Here comes the captain!
My apologies!
Quick time!
Busted! Game's up! Fun's over!
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl! Take flight!
Things are about to get dicey.
Whirling snow!
Brace yourself! This is gonna hurt!
Embrace the ice! My apologies!
The assumption that every person has somewhere to call home is naive. My pole arm doesn't distinguish friend from foe, and there is clearly a limit to the red rope's power. That's why I loathe crowded areas.
I wonder when I'll be as tall as my big sister.
Windstrider!
Mind be purged, world be saved.
Before me, worm!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
For humans!
There is no... Take flight!
I am the all-knowing God!
Burn to oblivion!
Take flight!
Kneel!
I don't want to see you hurt.
Tremble! Reality is pain! Good riddance, cruel world!
My apologies. Take flight!
my knight!
There is no escape! Now you shall
The burst! I was destined to die.
My will embodied! Unleash! Transfiguration!
Have you ever kept goldfish as pets? They're very cute.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf.
Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Got lucky that time. Hey!
The eye sweeps the land! Shatter!
Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Evasion is evil.
I'll be fine. Don't blink.
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
Speed of light. Hey!
This body is eternal. In spirit.
Cut to the chase. Speed of light. Go away. Don't be scared. Nowhere to hide! Speed of light! I see everything!
Time crumbles before me.
My will embodied!
Enshroud!
You're trembling. Is it the cold or just cowardice? Into the frozen void.
So rude!
Take flight! Kamita Dorant! Selection! With storm from shadow! Watch yourself!
Can't see?
Whirling snow!
Warm fury!
Nowhere to hide.
Sakura swirl! Oh, hot burn! I never
This is no place to loaf around.
The assumption that every person has somewhere to call home is naive. I got used to living in the mountains alongside the birds and beasts a long time ago.
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to loaf around.
Illusion shattered!
This is no place to loaf around.
There is no escape!
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to loaf around.
I'm all for
This is no
work-life
place to
balance,
loaf
but
around.
I think this is pushing it.
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to loaf around.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
This is no place to loaf around.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go.
This is no place to loaf around.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines.
Right here. Right now. Emerge. Right now. Right here. Come on now.
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to loaf around.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to loaf around.
In adventuring, as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
This is no place to loaf around.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
This is no place to loaf around.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
This is no place to loaf around.
for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to loaf around.
Emerge. Right now. Emerge. Come on, enough
Most humans
procrastinating.
could have the
Let's
entirety
go.
of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
This is no place to loaf around.
Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
This is no place to loaf around. This is no place to
In
loaf
adventuring,
around.
as in business, you always have to seize the opportunity while it's there.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
Take your true form!
This is no place to loaf around.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How could... Traveling to other worlds is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
This is no place to loaf around.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
This is no place to loaf around.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
Traveling
How
to other
greedy of
worlds
me.
is all that anyone seems to be writing about these days. Goodness knows what they find so disappointing about their own world.
No place to loaf around.
Personally, I think the idea of things staying the same forever is quite beautiful. But alas, that is simply not the way the world works.
This is no place to loaf around.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Most humans could have the entirety of their fleeting lives chronicled in but a few short lines. Their stories really make for terribly dull reading.
This is no place to loaf around.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
This is no place to loaf around.
This is how it must be.
Gonna be epic.
Next up.
Decided by destiny. Take flight. I'm going in.
Blaze over.
Yeah, whirling snow.
I can fix this.
Denied. Let me scry.
Let's light it up!
Take flight.
Born of ice and...
Whirling snow.
No touching.
Delve into destiny. Take flight.
I can...
Everybody stand! Animal test 6308. Stand clear. Fate is upon you. Kamisato art. Sylvancer! My apologies.
Don't stand too close to me, or you might get hit by lightning too.
Let me scribe. Animal test 6308. Stand clear.
Let's light it up!
Leave my space.
Let's light it up! Off we go! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Animal test 6308. Decided by destiny. Cross over.
We're way behind.
All hail. Born of ice and frost.
Let's get it on!
Don't blink.
Transfiguration.
Speed of light.
Access denied.
Buckle up!
Incoming.
Obey.
Born of ice and frost.
You're dead meat!
My will embodied.
Access denied.
Let's get it on!
No touching.
be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
Today's recommendation is the steak. Come take a look. Nation of you has the most